Let's walk through some of the most important security operations and detection tools you'll need to recognize, especially for Security Plus. As we go through this, every acronym will be spelled out first, so you can connect the full name with how it appears on the exam. The goal is not just memorization, but recognition. We'll start with a simple way to match what a question is telling you to the correct tool. If a scenario says that something only alerts but does not take action, you should immediately think of an intrusion detection system, often called IDS. An intrusion detection system monitors activity and generates alerts, but it does not stop the attack. If the system is actively blocking or stopping malicious traffic, that points to an intrusion prevention system, or IPS. An intrusion prevention system sits inline and can take action in real time. When the focus is on visibility at the workstation or device level, that's endpoint detection and response, known as EDR. Endpoint detection and response is all about monitoring and responding to activity on endpoints like laptops and servers. If the question expands beyond just endpoints and talks about multiple integrated layers working together, you are looking at Extended Detection and Response, or XDR. Extended Detection and Response combines data from endpoints, networks, and other systems for broader visibility. When you see centralized logging, correlation of events, and analysis across many systems, that is a Security Information and Event Management System, called SIEM. A Security Information and Event Management System collects and correlates logs from across the organization. If the scenario focuses on identifying suspicious behavior patterns, such as unusual login times or impossible travel, that refers to User and Entity Behavior Analytics, or UEBA. User and Entity Behavior Analytics looks for anomalies in how users and systems behave. And finally, if the goal is to prevent sensitive data from leaving the organization, you are dealing with data loss prevention, known as DLP. Data loss prevention is designed to stop data exfiltration. Now let's simplify each one into quick memory shortcuts you can recall under pressure. A Security Information and Event Management System, or SIEM, collects and correlates logs. Endpoint Detection and Response, or EDR, focuses on activity at the endpoint level. Extended Detection and Response, or XDR, expands detection across multiple systems and layers. User and Entity Behavior Analytics, or UEBA, detects abnormal behavior patterns. An Intrusion Detection System, or IDS, alerts only. An Intrusion Prevention System, or IPS, blocks attacks inline. And Data Loss Prevention, or DLP, stops sensitive data from leaving the environment. Now let's go one level deeper, because this is where exam questions try to confuse you. When you see phrases like log aggregation, correlation, and centralized logging, that clearly points to a Security Information and Event Management System, or SIEM. A common trap is confusing it with an intrusion detection system, because both can generate alerts. For endpoint detection and response, or EDR, look for clues like endpoint monitoring or isolating an infected workstation. The common mistake is mixing it up with extended detection and response. Extended detection and response, or XDR, will include phrases like cross-platform detection or multiple integrated security layers. If the scope is broad and covers many systems, it is XDR. User and Entity Behavior Analytics, or UEBA, stands out when the question mentions abnormal behavior, such as impossible travel or unusual login times. This is often confused with SIEM, but UEBA specifically focuses on behavior patterns. You may also see Network Traffic Analysis, or NTA, which focuses on analyzing network traffic flows and identifying unusual communication patterns. This can be confused with intrusion detection systems, but the emphasis is on traffic behavior over time. An intrusion detection system, or IDS, is described as passive and alert only, while an intrusion prevention system, or IPS, is active and blocks malicious traffic. This is one of the most commonly tested comparisons. Finally, data loss prevention, or DLP, appears in scenarios where sensitive data must be protected from leaving the organization. It is often confused with encryption, but the key difference is that data loss prevention stops the data transfer itself. To wrap it all together, bring it back to these quick mental anchors. A security information and event management system collects and correlates logs. Endpoint detection and response focuses on endpoints. Extended detection and response expands visibility across systems. User and entity behavior. Analytics detects behavior anomalies. An intrusion detection system alerts only. An intrusion prevention system blocks attacks. And data loss prevention prevents sensitive data from leaving. If you can recognize the full names, the acronyms, and the patterns in how questions are written, you'll be able to eliminate wrong answers quickly and choose the correct one with confidence.